Welcome, Mr. Joel Mpota from Zimbabwe.
Thank you.
You are part of a group that is dealing with the implementation of ICT in education and administration. How did you manage the group?
Yes, we started by making sure that we have got the management skills put in place so that we could source the right kind of materials to use, including the ICT tools, the budget, and other things that are needed for the project. We also
Welcome, Yenet from Ethiopia.
Hi, Bobo.
What were the challenges that you faced with the implementation of your change project?
Okay, when discussing with our group members, the challenges we faced were: one, lack of equipment; two, people not trained for digital content development; and three, accessing of other people or department equipment was very hard; and fourth, changing. Some of us had to change our project because the target groups that we intended to implement were not ready for our change project. The fifth, most of the staffs were a little bit old and it was difficult for them to learn the new digital content, and there were also power problem, internet access problem, and the sixth one was since the time for the teachers were scheduled throughout the year, it was impossible to interfere with their schedules. And the seventh was the unwillingness of the stakeholders to invest in our change project. And the eighth would be teachers' unwillingness to interact with students at the same level when trying to work on the change project. And the ninth is software problems, tools that we were using to develop our change projects would fail, and when the integration was made, one will not work with the other one as intended. And the 10th one is lack of funding from stakeholders.
Thank you, Yenet.
Thank you, Bobo. Hey, Bobo.
Hi, Yenet.
Bobo will be presenting to us about the solutions that we came up with when implementing our projects. Can you tell us about some of the solutions?
Okay, as Yenet had talked about the challenges, we did have support staff, especially for the trainings, because we did notice that we had elderly people that were being trained. So we provided technical staff, younger, energetic technical staff to help those elderly people. And then we noticed that there's lack of electricity and it was a generic problem. So we then had to invest in solar panels for our projects so that we're able to progress. And we had stakeholders that were a bit of a challenge, but we then beefed up our PR skills and managed to convince these stakeholders about the importance of the change project, and we won them over onto our side so that we can implement it. And we had to make amendments to our projects so that we can at least do them within the period, and we can then also add on after the review. And then we provided training, and we also were talking to our stakeholders, and we attracted funding, we sourced funding from various organizations. And we also, for those that were developing, they then use advanced software development tools since their software development tools were giving them problems. And then finally, we had collaborations that were made between different departments that were stakeholders within our change projects.
Thank you.
Hi, Pamela.
Hey, Bobo.
Pamela, you are going to be telling us about the lessons learned, isn't it?
Yes.
Could you please tell us about the lessons learned during
Okay.
our project?
During our projects and during our discussion, we learned three special things. The first one has been the networking as a solution for our ICTs problems. For example, we are now a big group, a big networking, so we can help each other anytime. The second lesson learned has been that we need to research about our stakeholders before applying our project and also after doing it. because the stakeholders is almost the whole project. That's why we need to research and to monitoring. And finally, the third lesson learned is not running, so going step by step. We have a lot of dreams, a lot of illusions, but also we have to be realistic with our environment. So we have to go step by step and then not losing our vision. So once we have this, we're going to achieve our goals. That's it.
Thank you, Pamela. Hello, Isaac.
Hi.
You are going to tell us about the future collaborations, isn't it?
Yes, for sure. We, after coming together and meeting, having people from across the entire world. We have people from Bolivia, we have people from Zimbabwe, we have people from Afghanistan, Uganda, we have a member from Rwanda. So we have a big team. We can learn from each other. We can learn from just amongst ourselves. We don't have to look elsewhere or look outside the box. We have enough experience from within us. So we intend to have future collaborations amongst ourselves. And number two, we also intend to identify stakeholders for project support. One of the challenges we noticed earlier on is that there are financial issues, there are technical issues, but if we are in position to find stakeholders who can help us mitigate or find solutions to all the challenges, we would have good collaborations with them. And finally, we are very sure that if we have greater creative input, since we are a big network, that's a very good plus for our collaborations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isaac.